Hey, welcome to Game Face Monday. We are live. I am Lee Wolf from White Dove Bird, and as always, I have Mr. Richie Bello next to me. How you doing, Richie?
Great, Lee, and you?
I am good. Today, we were going to have a special guest, it's Jim Richards, right?
Yeah, Jim Richards.
Yeah, which was a topic of our Tech Face on show last week. Um, but we'll kind of discuss around the topic and get through the show without him, I think. But right at the top of the show here, we're going to run a quick video from Dr. Hassan from Matrix on cybersecurity, which will also fall into today's show as well.
Is your dealership ready to be hacked? The internet criminal gangs are coming at you. They can get you if they find a weak spot in your network, or someone in your company clicking the wrong attachment, or even the front desk girl giving away some sensitive information. Hey, this is Dr. Hassan, the CEO of Matrix, a cybersecurity consultancy that helps the big OEMs and the tier ones to solve their cybersecurity problems, including vehicle security. I have spent the last 20 years of my life dedicating to make the automotive industry safe and secure. My mission today is to make every automotive dealership safe and secured and to become your cybersecurity doctor. That's why I'm here today to offer you the cybersecurity team that the big OEMs and the tier ones rely upon. Did you know that the average loss per business in the US per year due to data breaches is $9.4 million? And about 80% of these hacker breaches are somehow related to insider sources. What if I told you, with the profit that you make from one single car, you can have a comprehensive assessment about your business, the vulnerabilities that you have in your business, and how hackers can penetrate your business? I'm sure you've heard of the big dealership network hack in the recent time, and at an estimate, the total loss was about $5.25 billion, including the recovery. Let me ask you, what would be the cost of you not being able to operate for a day or a week or even a month to get your systems back in place? And what about your customers, their privacy and security? If a car is hacked, one can lose their lives. What about your customers' loyalty? If they lose the trust, they may never come back. Remember the cybersecurity mantra: hack yourself before the bad guys hack you. Now, today I'm going to offer you a comprehensive assessment, including all your vulnerabilities, penetration testing for the hackers to see how easy it is to break into your network, to hack your network, and the possible remedies. Remember, if you get hacked, the average loss is $10 million. I want you to find out your vulnerabilities before it's too late, before you say, I wish I knew what my vulnerabilities were. Why not take the advantage and reach out to where the big OEMs and the tier one automotive companies go to and get your assessment done just for $5,000. Click the link below now and get your assessment.
All right, so that was Dr. Hassan from Matrix. Yeah, I mean, Richie, dealerships have software systems loaded with social security numbers, credit card info, contracts, phone numbers, addresses, everything you could possibly imagine. I mean, you're talking about weeks of being shut down if you're hacked, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, CDK Global, they're still coming together with it. A data breach like that, and that can happen to you very easily. You know what it is. Everything's an open source too. I mean, it's just open. I mean, something as simply as like you use Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
And you leave your Gmail logged in, that anybody can go into there, right through the Wi-Fi. They go right in there. They look what's open. Boom,
Right.
it's open, that's it. They're in.
Right. Right.
Once you have something open on Chrome, especially on Chrome, Chrome is like the hacker's friendly friend.
Right.
Anything on Chrome is wide open.
Yeah.
And once you're wide open like that, that's it. I log out of all my emails all at one shot every night. And in the morning, I log back in. It does two things. It keeps my mind with the passwords, and it protects me.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and Dr. Hassan is taking the same value that he gives to major OEMs, right? And he's bringing it down to the dealership level. And it's pretty incredible. So he'll actually try to hack your system and find the vulnerabilities in the system and see if there's anywhere that you're lacking. And I can't imagine dealerships not wanting to invest, what they make on basically like a vehicle.
There's a new scam out there that everybody should be aware of. You get a box, a gift to you, right? When you open the box, it has its instructions. Scan the barcode so you can pick up your gift.
Oh boy.
Wait, when you scan it, you're done. I seen it with my eyes in Florida get done.
Wow.
They says, look at this. They had a phone that was destroyed. Look at this. That's it, you're done. So be sure that when you receive a packages from somebody you know, right? And when you open it up, that anything that you got to scan a barcode, don't.
Right.
That's good if you're out and you're in the store and you want to scan it for something, but somebody's asking you to scan it, it's no good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I went to one of my family's house and somebody reached out to them and they grabbed them about that they're having a problem with their computer or something, and they did have a problem. They called that 800 number. I mean, who knows why they had the problem? It was an Apple. It's called the 800 number. So he called the 800 number because the computer was slow, was acting up or whatever. So he bought a service for $10.99. They did a screen share, right? And the guy told him, now, I don't think there's anything wrong with your computer internally. Now, do me a favor, log into your bank account to make sure that all the money's there. And right there, he hung up.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
And that's what they did. I have one of our partners that went through that, and he doesn't have Apple. He's got one of those regular Windows computer, and he went to the Geek Squad right here in Long Island, and I believe they took the computer. They just got rid of it, but the guy, he went and logged into the bank account.
Wow.
He had the same situation.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And this barcode is the newest scam.
Yeah. It's getting easier. It's definitely getting easier.
Yeah. Scan here so you can pick up your gift.
Wow. Yeah. So you imagine a salesperson sitting at their computer at the dealership, and an email comes in masked, looking like it's coming from the owner, a manager, whatever. They click on a link, and the next thing you know, the whole system is compromised. Yeah.
Now it's even worse than that, because with that barcode, they got all your safe passwords. They got everything. They got your bank information. They got everything.
Right.
So that's the latest scam. And it's out online. You know, all you got to do is the barcode scam.
Well, this our topic on Friday's tech show was about artificial intelligence in automobiles, which we're going to delve into a little bit more here today. Jim Richards was supposed to be on the show. I don't think I see him yet, right? He's not here.
No, the thing is that he had a doctor's appointment and he forgot about it. You know, he's having a hard time. He really got hurt, you know.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing with the stitches and the surgery after that. You know, the guy's destroyed, you know.
Yeah, it was quite a bit. I'm going to run a quick video, 30 seconds here, and get back to him. So I can't even believe that he still has his arm. So without hearing it directly from him, from what we understand, he was in a self-driving vehicle. The
Yeah,
windows.
because this is what happens. These self-driving vehicles in Phoenix. First of all, it's not like they travel all over Arizona. They only go to that Phoenix area, very
Right.
small area, right? So when you get the light says your name. If you were under Richie, Bello would put RB. Jim would be JR, right? They open the door. As the door opens, the window drops. The window dropped. He put his hand out. And that's it. Once he put his hand out, the car started rolling up. It locked. He couldn't get the hand back in. It jammed it up, and it stopped at his stop. That's when they lowered the window. He kept saying, "Help! Help! Help! Help!" Like that happened.
So he sits in the car, puts his arm out the window. The window rolls up, traps him, and takes off for a whole drive.
Yeah, for a whole drive. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! And his arm
And
got.
he's got 50 stitches. His shoulder is totally shot because trying to push with a window, you know what I mean? It's totally he's got no shoulder left.
I can't even
It's
imagine.
totally shot. And now he's got to heal it. He's got to do surgery and stuff like that.
So the question is are we educated enough? Are we really ready to jump into, not that they're all over the road already, but even, I was coming out of a pizzeria 3.5 years ago, and a car drove up to me right here on Long Island with no one in it. And it was because they would press the button, it leaves the parking lot, it's parking space, and it goes to the front of the store to go pick them up. So I got this car driving next to me with no one in it, and I'm just banking on the fact that its sensors are going to be enough to know that I'm there.
It's very dangerous. So let's talk about machine. Let's talk about that. Let's go back to history. You had something called the embroidery machine. Our industry back in the 70s and even 80s that was the industry. It was a machine.
Mm-hmm.
It would go like this, the needle in and out, and it would do his job, right? That machine, if you were like this, right, and you had anything like this hanging, it would pull you in. It's a machine. Well, today, the technology is all machines.
Right.
Machines don't have a human interaction. They don't know. They don't stop until they're programmed to stop.
Right.
Once they're programmed to stop, that's when they stop. Sometimes you can't even force the program, like robotics, AI, and all that. You can't really stop them.
Right.
There's no stop and go.
Right. And decision
they have
making.
a task to do.
Right.
Until the task is completed, they don't stop.
And these cars are programmed to avoid objects. So now if a deer runs out in the road and the car needs to swerve to get away from the deer, let's say, jam on its brakes, whatever, I would want to know, will these vehicles understand how to choose between the deer's life and the safety of the person in the car? Like avoiding the deer might send you off a cliff, or avoiding the deer might make you hit a person, or how is it going to know that human side of decision?
Well, it has all kinds of sensors in the front. It's all programmed. They've been testing these cars for a decade.
Yeah.
I've been going in and out of the Phoenix area for a good 10 years. And I saw them back then. Right. And they were just testing it. It just became maybe 3 or 4 years ago where, okay, we're on. But here's the biggest issue is that they do malfunction. There is a problem. Of course, shouldn't put your hand out like that on a car that you don't have control over the windows.
Right.
Because you don't. That car, you're not in control of anything.
Right.
It's programmed. But that being said, it's very dangerous because they can't stop it. So let's say something like that happens, nobody can stop it. It just keeps going.
Yeah.
There's no emergency, like when you're on a treadmill and it's going too fast for you, you can
You get the switch.
stop it.
Yeah,
That car doesn't stop.
really.
That car doesn't stop until it gets from point A to point B.
Wow.
So that being said, that's like a little bit of a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. But your experience was very good, right?
I went on it. My experience was very good. I had Michael Onahai on one ride, and then I had Michael DeLeese on another ride, and my experience was great. But I put my seatbelt on. I did everything
Yeah.
I didn't touch anything. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are curious. Jim is one of the guys, a very curious guy. I'm curious too, but when it comes to that, I'm not that curious.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to mess
I
around.
called the people up, and you listen to the whole interview. I called them up there. They talked to me, and I didn't touch anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't touch nothing. I was like, okay. Because you don't know. You touch something there, you put your hand, you don't know what could happen to you. It doesn't say in the car, it should say a warning in the car,
Right.
Sure, now they're going to have that. But it should have said, keep hands free away from the window.
Right.
Yeah. But to me, it was great. To me, I had a wonderful experience.
Yeah. No, that's
and the
good.
2 people I brought had a wonderful experience too. But it happens,
Yeah, the only other thing I think that besides the safety issue and are we ready and are these cars really, is it enough? Are they tested enough? Because now take Jim out of the picture and put a 5-year-old in the picture. Kids are going to stick their hands out the window. No matter how many times I tell my kids, don't throw anything out the window. Don't put your hands out the window. They're doing it. This is nothing, So that kind of stuff I'd be, excuse me, curious about. But then there's also and we discussed this a little the other day, if this really does widespread over the next 10 years, are we going to see a generation of people that don't have driving skills?
Well, it's a big widespread now, just to let you know, because the biggest thing I'm looking for something about this. So you see, it's a really big spread right now. What's going on in here? First robotics competition. So the kids, first INSPRIIRES.org. Okay. So here it is, right? This is for kids that are in school. So they do the robotics, there's labs, robotics and AI. Stony Brook has them, Queens College has them, the list goes on. New Poles has them, everybody has that incubator that just studies. The robotics that they have here, like right over here, see, I'll show you now. These are the robotics. They do the competition, right? Well, there's a lot of these robotics things that they make them, the kids make them to do something, and they end up doing something else, not accomplishing the task. This is, testing.
Yeah.
Right? So then this is going to start happening more and more now. They have it at the beginning stages where they know that that's happening to them. But what happens when you have a product that you buy, that it's a robotic product that you have it? That's what that car is, all robotics, right?
Yeah.
When you have that technology, what happens when something goes wrong with that?
Right.
What happens when that doesn't listen to a command? What happens then?
Right. Yeah.
That's where we're not really prepared for that. What happens when this AI thing starts? We don't know any bugs in the AI. You make a car, the first year, they say, let's get the bugs out. We got to deliver this car. Let's see what happens to it. The recall start, this, that. The second year, that model is much better. The third year, it's even better.
Right.
Well, the same thing with this, but it gets to the point because it's a machine. It's really dangerous. There's two machines. The robotic is a machine by itself, plus an automobile. And when you put them both together, robotics and automobile transportation, we all know how dangerous a car is.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
A car is a weapon. A car is a missile. That's why it's illegal to drive while you're intoxicated, because you're giving somebody a missile. At 90 miles an hour, that thing hits you head to head. That's a missile. You're dead.
Yeah. 35 miles an hour.
Bro, that's what it is with these drunk drivers and all. That's what it is. And now you're putting robotics in a car that's dangerous to begin with.
Right.
So that's the end result of what happens. We're not ready for that kind of stuff yet, or make the world more aware of it, you know?
Yeah.
I know it because I'm in the transportation business for quite some time. So cars are dangerous.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Now you put the robotics in and you integrate those two things there, you're going to have problems.
Right. Yeah. And this was a terrible thing that happened, but it was a simple thing. This is as simple as the window closed and went for a ride.
Your hand out in the window.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
When you have a transportation, a vehicle that a human doesn't control and robotics do, just that alone is extremely unsafe.
Mm-hmm.
Just that alone.
Right.
Just think about that.
Yeah, you should be able to override it.
Right. Just think about that. You have robotics into an automobile.
Yeah.
You know, they say that a plane is safer than a car.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is when you have a crash in a plane, you're not going to make it alive. The problem is when you have a crash in a car, chances are you'll be all right.
Right.
But it is, I mean, you're talking about a lot of vehicles on the road.
Yeah.
That's the congestion, and that's where, you know, things happen.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, and I wonder if that's based on percentages too, because I don't know how many people fly a day, but there's millions and millions and millions of cars on the road.
Well, flying is more controlled, you know?
Yeah.
You got air traffic controllers, boom, boom. The vehicle is not controlled. The vehicle is you jump in the car, brrr,
Yeah.
The phone rings, you say, oh, wait a minute. Brrr,
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah.
You know, it's not controlled. We're not, you know, a vehicle is not controlled. That's the reason.
Right.
You know, your airplanes are more controlled. You got air traffic control, you know, it's more controlled. There's a more controlled environment.
Yeah.
And now this self-driving cars are controlled by programming.
Right. Right.
And that's the wrong control.
Yeah. Yeah. Without override, you should be able to override anything.
Yeah, you should be able to press a button and stop.
Yeah.
It's an automobile, it can't stop that quick, but at least it can slow down and stop or lower the window. You should be able to voice command, lower the window, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Or hit a window button. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. All right. And you're going to be getting back to Queens College this week, right?
Yeah. Back to Queens College tomorrow, actually, tomorrow morning.
Cool, cool. And the classes kick in pretty soon, right?
Yeah, the 25th. We're excited about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine. I would imagine the kids seem really excited too.
Very excited.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be huge. Yeah, and just to remind everyone out there, and Rich could talk more about this too, the incubator at Queens College has unbelievable opportunities for businesses to take these kids on as interns. And these kids are doing things that people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s don't even have really the same knowledge base that these kids do coming out of school, learning all the AI, the technology, the software. They seem to just absorb all of it. So yeah, you know of any of the kids coming out of there that have been placed recently?
Yeah, a few of them we've placed.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
much, but a few of them qualified for it. But here's the whole thing with this college. If you're a startup and you need to develop technology, call me, let me know. Because I can put you right in that incubator and they'll do it as a startup.
Yeah.
Only for startups do we have a program.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Want to help out the entrepreneurs that are starting something out.
Yeah. And you're helping the kids.
Yeah, helping the kids at the same time.
Yeah. They're
So
getting
let
their,
us know if you got an idea, whatever it is, a startup. We're going to start probably doing it Wednesdays night. Anybody that has a startup that has an idea, let us know about it.
yeah.
Because the college will help you.
Yeah. 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 And these kids are, again, seeing them doing
Amazing.
robotics, artificial intelligence, creating
Yeah,
video
forget it.
games, all stuff I can't even
Imagine.
fathom when I was in
Right.
college. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, holy cow. I was in English and I was in radio and television production, and we were still working with actual tape.
Right.
Now it's a digital planet.
Digital planet. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. All right. Well, from here, we'll be back on the air Friday with Tech Face On.
Yeah.
And as always, thank you very much, Richie, for sitting next to me every week.
Thank you, Lee. I appreciate you more than life itself.
I appreciate you too.
You're an
And,
amazing guy.
all right. Yeah, have a great day, and we will catch up with our audience on Friday.
Thank you, Lee. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Great week.